Hey everybody, Brandon here. This week what we're going to do is take a look at one of probably the most basic jiu-jitsu movement, the ebby, or the hip escape, or the shrimp, might have heard it called. And what we're going to do is look at how we can take movements and kind of using this concept. I've heard it talked about with architecture, that if you look at ancient ruins, oftentimes the last thing standing are the archways, like in the door, because it's built in an arc. And basically kind of the concept being that, or maybe the fact being that arcs are stronger, just like in bridges. Why they use arcs and bridges. Arcs are stronger than a straight line. Straight lines tend to be more rigid. So transferring that to our jiu-jitsu game is where in our jiu-jitsu game, in our jiu-jitsu movements, do we have straight lines that's weaker than if we can move and then think of it as like more of an arc, where we're going to have a stronger jiu-jitsu game. And so a very kind of basic example of that, again using the most basic jiu-jitsu move there is, that the ebby or hip escape, is how can we make this straight line movement, which often I see, someone's here, someone's in side control on this side, we ebby away. But right there, I just hit the end of my movement, straight line, and I stop. And to me that's the fragility of that movement if I'm doing it in that way. But how can we add this concept of moving in arcs to make this stronger? So what we're going to do is we're going to combine an ebby with what I call a hip heist, and then actually add in a sit through, where this whole movement becomes an arc, and then in a way it's never ending. You can just keep moving in reverse directions. So we're going with our basic ebby, but from here I don't stop. I continue and I bring my hip through to where I'm going to all fours, and now I'm calling that a hip heist. And then from here, same thing. I'm just going to sit through the other side, and I'm just going in a complete circle. So again, I can just ebby, hip heist, sit through, and come back. And then when I'm doing that, I can obviously reverse directions, but it gives me always an option. I can always go one way or the other. I don't ever get to the end of my movement, where again, a lot of times I see people have issues. So, an example of that would be here, going to here, sitting through. Now I can go the other way. Here, hip heist, sit through. I can move in any way. I can come back. Sometimes I'll start to hip heist, people start going to my back, and then I can sit almost back through, get my guard back. So again, just playing with this concept of looking at where our movements are linear and there's an end to them, and how we can create an arc there. And usually what you can do is kind of combine a couple of movements, or find a movement that you can add in that will link your movements together. So and the last clue I'll give is just a ton of benefit I find to spending time on the ground by yourself. Think of it as like shadow rolling. We do shadow boxing, just punch in the air, moving around. Same thing on the ground. You spend time on your own, moving around, kind of get more in tune with your body, how it can move, different ways you can move. So give those a try. The ebby to the hip heist to the sit through. Play with those and let me know how it goes. So any comments, suggestions, questions, please leave them in the comments below. My name is Brandon, Silverback MMA. Thanks for joining us this week.